Hi, and thank you for tuning in to Gloryfall Interactive here on Light Network, a resource for you and your worship team to become better musicians and worship leaders. Today we're working on The Stand by Joel Houston. Originally it's done in the key of A. We're going to do it today in the key of F. We're going to give you tips on how to approach this song and to use it in a time of worship.
The pre-chorus has a melodic line based on sixth intervals. So it sounds like this. So you skip a string, and to be able to find the sixth interval, you have to just count up to 6. So counting the normal major scale. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, the sixth note, that's the sixth interval. And then when you get to the second degree, you count another 6. So, and then normally sixth intervals can be found in country music and pop music. So if it's in a different context, it's gonna sound like.
The bass lines for this song are very dynamic. It utilizes whole notes, quarter notes, eighth notes. It actually comes down to knowing when to play more or less. One easy way is to listen to what your bandmates are playing, so that you'd know if you have to play and drive the song or come back and just do whole notes. So make sure that when you're playing it, that you're plucking and the strings are ringing, especially when you're playing whole notes, just like this. Just let the notes ring, and it will complement what others are playing, basically. And when you're doing quarter notes, eighth notes, when you're driving it, make sure that the sound is steady and the pulse is there, just like this.
We will be playing a supporting role for this song, and we want to make it as sweet and as slow as possible. In the key of F, we start off with the piano and the pad, and if possible, strings to go with it. And here it goes. And if you will notice, I'm using whole notes, and with my right hand, I'm using inversions to keep the notes close together. Another point of interest here is your pre-chorus, wherein it plays a riff, and it sounds like this. Notice as well that even if I'm playing notes that are long because of the pads and the strings, it doesn't get all muddied up because I'm lifting my foot from the sustain pedal whenever I change to the next chord. And that would help a lot as a supporting role for this song.
The first part of this song I'd like to look at is the verse groove, and that happens to sound like this. And that's a little bit challenging, usually playing 16th notes in the bass drum that start on the beat and end off the beat on an offbeat 16th. So what you can do is isolate, say, just the first 2 bass drums, sounds like this. Focus on getting it even and in line with the hi-hat where you're playing 16th notes. And then the second group of bass drums, which is the third and the fourth, sounds like this, happens after beat 2. And so when you put it together, you'll get the beat. If that's giving you some trouble, you can simplify it to something like this. The next part of the song I'd like to take a look at is the bridge, the second bridge where the band starts to come back in, and there's this flams and kind of snare drum stuff happening. Maybe it sounds a little bit march type drumming. And what we're going to do to develop the flams, which is a rudiment, is play all flams on the beat with quarter notes in the bass drum and the hi-hat. It would sound like this. Now all flams on the offbeat 16th sounds like this. Then alternating. In the end, you want to improvise that particular groove, and hopefully it sounds something like this. Have fun, work on the flams. You can apply it in many different songs.
It's important to understand the background of the songs we sing and how scriptural reference is supporting these songs. Habakkuk 3:2, Lord, I have heard of your fame. I stand in awe of your deeds, Lord. Repeat them in our day. In our time, make them known. In wrath, remember mercy. The song The Stand is a response talking about who God is and how great he is. And in our response to who he is to stand with arms high, heart abandoned, giving our all, giving our lives to the one who gave his life for us. Been helpful for you. Remember, as you strive for excellence, it's not about performance, it's about worship. Make Gloryfall Interactive your resource for worship leading. You can do this by connecting with us through Facebook, facebook.com/gloryfall, or our website, gloryfall.net. Ask us any questions you have, and we'll do our best to get you the answers. Thank you for tuning in to Gloryfall Interactive here on Light Network, working with you for excellence in worship.